Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. Oh, man, what happened to my stream? My thing.
You broke it.
I didn't break it. I got to put it on. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Trending Thursdays. There it is. Now I can hit it. Now you can hear it. Oh, man, the market. Look at the Dow. The Dow is at 40,000, and now the market wants to do a little bit of mishmash-osity going on. We're going to take a look at everything that's going on in the market, from inflation to interest rates to, I got some stocks for you as well. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. All right. The alert hasn't hit yet. Still looking for the concurrent viewers. Once it does, we'll get hot and heavy into everything. So, you know, we look at things like meme stocks. Make sure you watch tonight's video. Ryan's got a great video on meme stocks. It was funny, Joey, after we were doing all the work on tomorrow's video, I spent a half an hour trying to put out a video for tomorrow just to realize that I didn't have to do that. I did. So guess what the title was going to be for tomorrow on the video that I was going to work on? It was going to be called Rest in Peace, GME and AMC. That was going, yeah, that was good. I don't know, maybe, I think by time next week comes around, it may be too late to do that video, but it was going to be Rest in Peace, GME and AMC. So we'll see. I think that a lot of you on the channel really are not big fans of meme stocks, which is understandable, but some of you have made some money on it as well. So I know that as well. So what do you think about this? Is profit taking time? We'll take a look at that, Amir. All I tell you right now is be careful on trying to make decisions on one-day moves. All right. Be sure about that. Look at, you know, I've taught you all enough to let the market come to you. All right. That's the biggest thing. One day doesn't make a trend. One day doesn't make you panic sell. Let the market come to you. Manage your trades. A lot of yellow in the color guard, as you can see right here. A lot of green popping up as well. So there's nothing there that tells me to get scared. All right. Jazz says, wait till NVIDIA earnings. And Ryan and I have been talking about that as well. That could be a major mover of the market, whether it's up or down. But again, all of the talk about what the Fed is going to do with interest rates is also weighing heavy on people's minds. Jobs number came in today. We'll talk a little bit about that. So there's a lot of interwoven moving parts. I think that sounded good. So I lost too much money in them 2 years ago. I don't touch it anymore. Only VectorVest. I got you. All right, so glad that you guys are here. Looks like the alert hit. So let's get hot and heavy into it. So with the Dow getting to 40K, notice that the indices are now mixed. They were down before we got started. They were all down. They're rebounding. I think it's a good psychological move for the market. Anytime a major indices hits a milestone, it is always psychologically good. But a lot of times after, stop it, Amir, after a market hits a psychological level, the market tends to pull back. All right, so we're going to keep looking at that today. Hold or sell GME. Sharif? I'm not a big fan of GME. I wasn't a big fan of GME, even as the craziness around it was swirling. And if you look at them now, the only reason why you're holding GME or AMC or any of the meme stocks is because of the news. And you will notice that every time the news pushes these stocks up, what happens? Those diamond hands ain't so diamond handish anymore, and they're getting out of the stock. All right. So if you're willing to take the ride, then that's on you, Sharif. But I'm not. I think there's way too many other stocks in the market to take advantage of. All right. Now, did you see all the billionaires buying Chinese stocks like Baba and Baidu? Baidu is in my list today. And I think that that's a pump, Akshaya. I think that that's a pump. Anytime you get a group of people that have that kind of money pushing into any one or two stocks, that's a pump. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Lottie, I'll give you guys an opportunity to look at stocks in a moment further into the presentation. I'm not ready to take stocks yet. Should we be fully invested now as it's a C up, full pedal to the metal? Taboola, something, let's do it this way. I'm going to get us into the software, and I'm going to say it this way. Let me get there. I'm going to say it this way. Full pedal to the metal. Well, look at where we are. I think that this will answer a lot of you guys' questions when it comes down to what should we be doing now. You notice that this is a 3-month view of the VectorVest composite, which tracks over 9,000 stocks. We feel that it is a better representation of the broad market move. All right. We all know that. Nice moves up. The NASDAQ has been moving. The Dow has been moving. We're getting back into record territory. Pay attention to what's going on in the market. And this is where I think many of you get caught up. Well, the market's moving. We got the confirmed up call. Run. All right. A down day today. I'd be careful buying stocks long today. Number one. Number two, we're right at the 3-month high on the VectorVest composite. Where did we go? Right there and started pulling back. That's a red flag. I'm not telling you to panic sell, but I would still manage my positions and don't give up. If you've made profits on stocks, make sure you have your stops in place. Hi, Bob. Make sure you have your stops in place. I don't care how good a market ever is. You all should have your stops in place. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Type it in the room, because that's going to answer the question of what should I be doing right now? And I like Santalal saying we got a double top right now. Look at that. We got a level here of hitting right at resistance. We got a level here hitting right at resistance. We do have a double top, which is most likely, or most times, is a bearish move. Now, on the other side of the coin, the MTI, which looks at the underlying trend of the market cast on a scale between 0 and 2, when it gets to a level of about 1.5 to 1.6, the market is starting to look for a top. We're not there yet. So the market shows me that it does have more upside potential. But looking at the market from a technical perspective, we are getting to a level of a double top after this nice run up from a level of support, upward trend line. All of these things come into play. What do you do right now? All I'm going to tell you to do is to manage the trades that you're currently in. All right. And I didn't see as many answers to the question about having stops in place as I'd like to see, because that just tells me that, you guys are just here. And I need you guys to learn these things, because if not, you're only hurting yourselves in the long term, in the long run. I'm always going to be here. Ryan's going to be here to teach you how to fish. And give you fish. But the teaching how to fish is so much more important than just me giving you stocks. All right. So Francisco says time to sell. I didn't say that yet. I didn't let the market come to you. One day does not make a trend. We are at a level of a double top. We do have a down day. But let's go see what the market has for us going into the next few days. You always have a double top when a top is met. Irrelevant at the moment. Oh, not always. A lot of times we can have what we look at as a double top. And if the market is really rocking and rolling, we can blow through that and keep on moving up. And technically, was that another top, or we just blew through it? That was a top that we just blew through. So I'm not sure that I say it's irrelevant. In my opinion, I don't think it's irrelevant, but I'm just putting things out there for you to understand. Can you explain stops in the aftermarket hours, brother, on here? Yeah, no. Aftermarket, there's no trading aftermarket. So I don't have a stop that's going to protect you in the aftermarket. Your stops could be hitting the aftermarket, but if it's not trading, it won't get out of the stock. All right, if the market's not trading, so I got no stop to protect you against gaps. All right, so that's just to let you know that as well. All right, so this is what's going on in the market. The final point here is manage your trades. I love that the Dow is in record territory. The NASDAQ, the market's moving. There's anticipation that the Fed is most likely going to cut interest rates. It's not written in stone yet. It's not written in stone, but I think that people are getting high off of the euphoria, I guess for the lack of a better word, high, off of the euphoria that the Fed is getting more better positioned to cut interest rates. And I think that that's what's helping to move the market right now. I think that that's what's going to help to move the market right now. With that, now let's talk about what stocks are making the news, because now that we know that the Dow is moving up, that the market is telling me to be careful, what's making this market, what else is making the market move? Let's go. And here's the jobs number. U.S. labor market rebalancing. Key words there, rebalancing. Economy slowing further. That's good ammunition for the Fed to be more on board to consider cutting interest rates. I also want to let you know this, and I've said this on more than one occasion. When the Fed starts cutting interest rates, it's a stimulus. The way he stimulates an economy when the economy is falling or failing. Keep in mind, the economy is not falling or failing. Is it cooling? Yes. Is it failing? No. And I know all of you, many of you are looking, we got to get this cut so the market can run. Understand that after it does cut and the market starts running, what's also going to run? Type it in the room. All right. So what else is going to happen if the Fed does start cutting interest rates and the market starts to move higher? What else is going to move higher? Type it in the room. All right. Nobody yet typed it in the room. Not you, Linda. Not you. You're going to move. I hear you. What else? What else is going to move? Everybody should know the answer to this. All right. Inflation. Thank you, Stacy. Inflation. Inflation is going to run. And if that's what the Fed is trying to fight against right now, do you think that the Fed, and this is a stupid question, do you think the Fed's going to put itself back in the same situation? The answer to that question is probably yes, because that's what the Fed does. That's what they are slow to react, whether it's to raise interest rates or to cut interest rates. But understand this, when he gets to a point where he says, all right, I can cut interest rates, the market is already going to be at a point where it's jacked up. So just keep that in mind. All right, next story. Fed Chair Jerome Powell maintains a wait-and-see posture on inflation and interest rates. That was done 2 days ago. And you know something? This keeps him politically correct in regards to what he made mention to in November, which I think was a faux pas on his behalf, when he said, going into 24, we're going to get 3 interest rate cuts. That was silly on his part. I could see him say, we're really considering going into 2024 to cut interest rates. He should have never given a number. He should have never given a number. I thought trade aftermarket versus via Robinhood, able to see rising and falling if stock not available and stock falling, how to protect. So you can see stocks moving aftermarket. You can see, John says Golden Corral prices are going up. You can see stocks moving aftermarket. There's no trading. There's no trading for you and me. There's trading for the big boys. They can actually make trades happen aftermarket, but we cannot. If Powell was on this channel, he would have known better to put his foot in his mouth. I think he should have. All right. So that's, again, the Fed stance. Let's go to the next one. Dow Jones tops 40,000 for the first time, on track to deliver psychological boost to bulls. That's a prominent word to use at this, a psychological boost. And again, many of the times when we get to that next level, that next psychological level, the market, because it's now in new territory, tends to pull back. We shall see going forward. I hate the photos they choose to use on Powell. Well, that's what his face looks like. That's his face, Sheldon. That looks just like him. All right, let's go to the next story. This is something I like. Netflix hits 40 million active users for ad tier, putting it closer to the big leagues for advertisers. People are willing to pay for the ads. It's less money if you pay for the ads, right? If you don't want the ads, you're going to pay more money. People still want to keep their Netflix. They're going to pay a little less money and get ads. And now if the ads are really working on Netflix, advertisers are going to push there, and that could be really good for the stock. All right. You can get permission from your broker to trade after hours. From whose broker? I did not know that, JP. I'm curious to know how to do that. I wonder if there's some kind of limitations, if there's something you got to go through. I don't know. Glenn, they choose bad expressions to add to their story spin. Okay, I got you. Asa says you can trade on Robinhood and put stops on 24-hour trading, but you need to, and I guess you got something else to say to that. Fidelity? All right. Stacy says, has it with Merrill? Yes, you can. Again, I have Schwab. I've got Robinhood. I've got, what's my other third account? I forget. Sorry, I'm getting old. But in none of them have I ever tried to trade after hours. So if this is out there, I know people who trade after hours. Now, if you can trade after hours, Phyllis, then that's probably the best way to be able to protect yourselves against gaps, if you can do that. All right, if you can do that. Futures, Marty, futures in Forex, I know you can do that after hours, but on stocks itself, I did not know that there are brokers that allowed you to trade stocks after hours. So JP said, be very careful, never market orders after hours. I got you. I did not know. All right, so Netflix is on my list today. Palo Alto networks with IBM to deliver AI-powered security offerings. The biggest thing about me in any company that has collaborations in the AI space or stocks that are catching my attention. So Palo Alto and IBM are on my list today. This is interesting story yesterday. Ryan on our live stream yesterday talked about Amazon creeping up on Walmart as far as retail, and that Amazon is trying to overtake even Walmart, I think, from a brick and mortar perspective. But Walmart surges. That was yesterday, but Walmart reported earnings surges to all-time high as earnings beat on high-income shop. So people who have more money are even shopping now at Walmart. Why? Because going to the big name stores, the Macy's and all of the Louis Vuittons and all that, prices are getting too high. So the high-income shopper is pushing Walmart higher, which is kind of interesting. All right. But that goes to show the state of the economy when prices are so high that even the high income shopper is going to Walmart. That's a very interesting story. Very interesting story. Best aftermarket trades for me is when I own them and then look and see when they're running crazy for some reason, says Mike. I got you. All right. So Walmart's on my list today. Baidu, Akshaya said billionaires are getting into companies like Baidu, but Baidu arises after AI cloud sales help Q1 results. That's outside of the billionaires, Akshaya. That's doing it on its own from an earnings perspective. Baidu's non-GAAP earnings rose 24% year over year. Man. Meanwhile, the total revenue rose 1% year over year. Both top and bottom lines surpassed analyst estimates. I don't care what millionaires or billionaires are buying into it. Baidu did it on its own. Baidu Core's online marketing revenue remained stable while the end-to-end optimization, AI technology stack continued to propel the growth of our AI cloud revenue during the quarter. All right, so Baidu's on my list. What was the other stock, Akshaya? I might have to put it on the list too. Grocery stores are complaining about more frequent small dollar visits. Walmart is bragging about the same. Now, interesting that if they are complaining about small dollar visits, Sherilyn, but the higher net income people are still buying, those smaller dollar visits for them may be a little different than the urban smaller dollar visits. Does that make sense, Sherilyn? That is interesting, right? So if the higher income people are buying and they're spending less money, that less money could still be a lot more than in the urban places where the lower dollars are being spent. Does that make sense? That is interesting. That is interesting. All right, so Baidu is on my list today. How about Cisco? Pops as the company ups guidance. One of the fewer companies that are out there that are saying that they up guidance. All right, that was big for them. So it's one thing to meet or exceed your earnings expectations, but to guide higher, I like that. So Cisco is on my list today. Q3 results. For the full year, Cisco now sees revenue between 53.6 and 53.8, which is up from 51.5. Analysts expect 53.63 in the full year sales. Customers are consuming the equipment shipped over the last few quarters in line with our expectations, and we are seeing stabilization of the demand as a result. So I'm thinking Cisco might be a nice play as well. It's in my list. We need big fishes for this market. Listen, no matter how big or small the fish are, listen, fish is fish, all right? And we're one of the only channels, maybe not the only, but we're one of the only channels, I'm going to say, that work hard in giving you good quality stocks. Give you guys good quality stocks. So, some of the fish may be small, but they turn big. Some of the big fish are big that turn bigger. All right. Meanwhile, burning gasoline. There you go. All right. Next one. Now let's get into crypto, what I like to call crypto. MicroStrategy to join MSCI World Index at month-end stocks, and the stock soars. Where's it at? It was up. It's down right now, 2.7%. But what I liked about this, surge Wednesday, it will add the software turned Bitcoin proxy stock to its MSCI World Index as of the close on May 31st. Now, other stocks that were in this list will be Pure Storage, PSTG, and MCore, a stock that I've been looking at. It's been a great stock mover. The next two largest additions to the World Index will be Pure Storage and EME. I needed to write those down. PSTG, and EME. Adding to this this format, I think could be really, 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 really good. So we'll keep our eyes on that. I do need to add those to my list. Another crypto story, Hut upgraded to buy at Craig Hallam on growth potential. I don't know how big Craig Hallam is, but the stock today is up over 1% by a little bit. Sutton cited several factors, including Hut's $600 million Bitcoin stack that represents both a protective feature for its investors and very opportunistic capital for the business to use for growth. I'm still not a huge fan of crypto, but you know me, I'm going to always give you an opportunity to pay attention to crypto. Michael Burry and David Tepper bought Baba and Baidu around 6 million shares each. All right. Again, and that's fine. I still think that I looked at Baidu. Baidu did it on its own. I think Baidu did it on its own. Glenn, your ship fish, Jesse says, I'm up 15%. Thank you. CB says, nice call on ship several weeks ago. Big up day today. Buy, sell, hold. Listen, this is where your stops come into place. That's both for Jesse and CB. Let your stops manage the trade. Let your stops manage the trade. You don't need me for that. You don't need me for that. I need you guys to be big girls and big boys. Put on your big girl pants, your big boy pants. Use your stops. My job is to bring the fish. All right, and I'm glad that you're able to utilize some of those fish and make money. But everybody in this room trades differently. Everybody trades differently. So if I give you a stop that is not in tune with how you invest, then I defeat the purpose, and you defeat the purpose of owning the stock. Everyone trades differently. Everyone trades differently. So make sure you manage your trades. One more story. Buffett. This Swiss stock breaks out as Warren Buffett returns to insurance roots, and that's Chubb. Stock surged early Thursday, signaling a move above the official buy point after Warren Buffett revealed that it bought $6.7 billion in that position. So as Akshay is talking about Chinese companies billionaires buying into Baidu and Alibaba. How about Warren Buffett buying into a company called Chubb? So there you go. But I do take profit more than Amir, then you'll be fine. John says, I like to sell covered calls, so when my stops get hit, my options are offsetting the loss. That's another play. Now, I'd love for more of you to be able to say that you know how to trade options, because I think it's a great way to protect your money. Dave, what did Dave say? Dave you exactly. What did Dave says? Stops don't always trigger. All brokers will tell you that when you read the fine print. Well, Dave, the issue is I'd rather have a stop in place and it didn't hit, so I can at least go to my broker and go, what's up? I'm sure that they've got disclaimers that say, well, you know, this, but I'd rather do that than not have the stop at all. I'd rather do that than to not have the stop at all. And if your stops don't trigger with your broker often enough, then you need to turn around and think about getting another broker. You understand that? If you're getting an issue with your stops not hitting often, then you need to consider another broker. Amir says, I learned from you, Glenn. I got yelled at enough. I miss you getting mad at me. You know, I don't want to be mad at you. They didn't work in after hours is what I was referring. Oh, is that what you were saying too, G Money? All right. I got you. All right. So that's all of the news stories that I have today. Let's get back into the software and let's go look at my watch list of my stocks today. So, you know, part of it is that the Dow has gotten into this really high territory. The second part of my alert today was hot stop picks. All right. So we're going to start off by looking at what's going on in all of the indices. We got a mixed market. The Dow went to the level of 40,000. Right now it's flat. IWM, people are jumping out right now. I am going to say be careful for the next couple of days. I know we're going into the weekend tomorrow, that the market may pull off those levels of getting into uncharted territory. That tends to happen that way. Linda says, I have never had a stop at Raymond James. Oh, after hours is another story. Again, I've never traded after hours. So Sherilyn says, Glenn, you watch layoff notices. Do you watch company closures? Big company layoffs and reorganize got to stop paying that COVID premium while smaller market cap stocks fold. So if you follow me on Twitter, I normally tweet out when I see a major story about layoffs. So if you do follow me on Twitter, I tweet them out all the time. Let's talk about the big news stocks. I am going to put in PSTG. I'm going to put in those two that are going on in that platform, PSTG, EME. All right, they were part of the news as well. If I look at all of the stocks that were from the news, sort them by VST, there's that PSTG. Both of these stocks going into the MSCI platform, they're already top VST stocks. I think that's probably why they were being looked at to be added to that platform. CB, there's the Chubb. Look at these. All these stocks in the stories, for the most part, only 3 stocks have VSTs below 1. Only 3. All right. So at least the stories that made the news today are considered to be stocks that are favorable by way of VST. But here is Baidu. Again, I think more Shire rather than the billionaires riding it up or pushing it higher. Baidu did it on its own with its earnings. Now, if the billionaires are buying into it and they're letting everybody know that they're buying into it, that's a pump. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think that that's a pump, but we'll see. IBM, you know, they got the collaboration with MSTR, with MicroStrategies. Let's go see if that, from a standpoint of crypto pushing IBM higher, it does have an RV above 1, though. IBM does have a relative value above 1. Earnings growth at 9%, where sales growth, the sales are not there. The sales are not there. Netflix, I do like as well. 40 million subscribers. It is overvalued. Fundamentally sound stock, though, with an RT above 1 and a VST above 1. Palo Alto, Amazon, a lot of good company stocks in the news today. A lot of times we will find these stories, and a lot of times these stories are kind of poopy. Glenn doesn't seem psyched today. Can you get him to sit up straight or lean forward? Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys ever get tired of me being overpumped. All right. So today I didn't want to be over. Joey did say to me, Joey said, what did you say to me, Joey, before we got started? Wow. All right. So Joey said to me before we got started, he says, Glenn he says, you need some coffee. I said, I don't want any coffee today. So yeah, you said, what did you say?
I don't remember.
Well, then forget it. Okay. Just forget it. All right. So again, out of the companies that made the news today, they all, for the most part, are good quality companies. I would concentrate on the graphs and see which stocks I like out of these stories. But I gave you my insights in regards to some of these stocks. Cherry picking. Here's some fish. MPI, near perfect indicator. Let's go. I got about 5 or 6 stocks in here. 5 stocks. Here's 5 stocks. Let's go take a look at these on a graph. All right. These are all from the MPI. Let's go to 3-month. And I'm going to put on the MPI graph. We'll do that real quick once this loads up. Takes a minute. Sometimes that bothers me just a little bit. Joey, make it move faster. There we go. You must try the McSalad deal meal. No, I didn't have, you know what I had? I did go to McDonald's. Wow, look at that. I did go to McDonald's today. I got 2 McDoubles, 2 McChickens, and a large fry. Let's go look at the near perfect indicator. All right. Look at that. Trend and trigger. Look at that. AGYS. Be careful with this one, though. Even though it's a $99 stock, it's kind of parabolic, but we got trend and trigger on the MPI. We got trend and trigger on Hooyah! Leisure gaming. Bottom left, top right, a little bit of consolidation. Now moving. It's had trend pretty much for the whole 3 months, but now we got trigger, new trigger. I'd be careful with this one. I don't like the big wick at the top of the candle. We do have trigger and we got trend. Be careful with this one. It's a $12 stock. It's got a big wick at the top. It's got some selling pressure. BLMD, I do like, we got new trend and new trigger. I'd like to see it take out this 3-month high though. All right. Another one, Marvel, trend and trigger, just really barely. But I am going to say, here's the swing high. I'd like to see it get above 76.16. A little bit of consolidation here. All right, but at least they met the criteria for the MPI. Next group of fish is Midas Touch. I got the Midas Touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Hi, Nat. That sounds like a full meal deal. It was. I did. It was a lot. Your blood glucose. I know, Linda. I know my blood glucose is too high, but I was hungry. I just had to get into it, and that was that. I know. I know some of you are going to yell at me, but at least I was honest enough to tell you that. All right. What did John say? Roger. Okay, Roger and John are talking. Go ahead. Talk it out. All right. So Midas Touch stocks. Look at this. Let's go take a look at the graphs real quick. Midas Touch. Let's go find me Midas Touch. Nope. I got the Midas Touch. Put this on a 3-month graph. Here we go. I don't know why this is popping up now as Midas Touch. It should have popped up a while ago. But we got the RT cross and the moving averages crossovers on the price. Interesting why these showed up. I need to redo this. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm looking at these. Wow. INSG, Telecom Cellular, Maya. I'd wait before I buy you. I'd wait for that 3-month high, about 358 or so, to break above that. And the last one is CNTX. Another one I would wait for the 3-month cross at about $2 before I go. It's about 20 cents out from there, but I do like the bottom left, top right. That's 2 set of fish that I've given to you now. Oh, multi-baggers. Anybody want to know what my new, Nat, don't be going, why you got to go be trying to rat me out? Why are you trying to rat me out, Nat? Gosh, Janet's going to be getting all kinds of texts to be like, you know what your husband did? Gosh, y'all trying to shout me out that way. Goodness gracious. What did Janice says? No way his wife watches this if he confesses he ate all that junk. That's true. She doesn't watch this very often. So that's why I can get away with it. I was going to ask you if you did them. So, no, y'all don't need my wife's number. Don't, no. The answer to that is no. Sigh. All right. I'm going to stop giving fish. I'm going to stop talking to you folks now. Multibagger. I got some new multibagger plays. I can't believe y'all talking about, I'm going to get her number. We're going to tell her that y'all some messed up folk. Y'all some jacked up folk. Janet going to be like, who this? Who this? Who this? Who this? And I'll be like, you don't want none of this. No, ignore all those people. Ignore them all. Ignore them all. All right. Multibaggers. Look at these. And these are moving today. And they're moving today. Let's go. I told you I was going to give you some hot stocks today. Let's go change this graph layout to the star search. Look at that. Wow. SHIP made the list again. Ooh-wee. How many of you, because of this channel, is trading SHIP? Type of 1. How many of you got this stock from this channel and are making money with it? Type of 1. I'm doing that for a reason. I want you to see the chat. How many of you got this stock from this channel and are making it in type of 1? Send me a super chat and I'll send it. That's messed up. Joey doesn't have the number either. All right. So the reason why I ask that is there's a lot of people out there that are probably new to the channel and want to know about some of the stocks that we talk about before they make moves like this. You need to hit the subscribe button, folks. All right, you need to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, so you'll see when we do videos or when we do live streams talking about stocks. Nice move today on SHIP, bigly, in the fast lane. What else made my list today? HG, fast lane. I love bringing these stocks to you. You guys get opportunities. MLCO, watch the stock, even though it's in the fast lane and is moving sideways right now. Nice up day today, trading with very little wick at the top. Trading at session highs. I'd be careful with this one a little bit more, but I do love the move. Look at that move. Look at that move. CTLP. Look at that. Trading right at session highs in the fast lane as well. Again, I told you guys that I would give you some hot stocks. LTH, looking at it from the last 3 months, though, a lot of consolidation. Bang, bang. Nice. If I have taken that trade, good for you guys. Eric, this is why I show these stocks a lot. What criteria do you use to locate or designate a multi-bagger? Siberia, I got a search. I've shown you the search on more than one occasion. I'll show it to you again. I got a search that I've shown to you on more than one occasion that I can help me to find multi-bagger stocks. Interesting. Bohr, this has been a tough play for a lot of people. This had been a tough play for a lot of people. It's coming back to the forefront now in the fast lane, but it took a big hit. A lot of people were like, I'm in Bohr and oh my gosh, but you might be getting ready for it again. Next one, oof, this is gappy. I don't like it. I know it's in the fast lane, but I don't like gappy stocks. All right, so real quick, I'm going to go to the Unisearch and I've got a search, YouTube. I've got a search, it's in YouTube, called Multibagger Stocks. There it is. Multibagger Stocks. Looking for a stock's price greater than $1 but less than $20. Okay. Relative value greater than 1.2. These stocks, even though they're lower dollar stocks, have good upside potential. They've got a earnings growth of 10%, greater than 10%, and a sales growth of greater than 10%. And the average volume is 50,000 shares. I'm looking for lower dollar stocks that have lower average volume, but these are sorted by growth. So can you use and find these stocks outside of VectorVest? Not the way that I do. And by way of my portfolios, my multi-bagger stocks portfolios are doing pretty good. Multi-bagger search, 20%. We've been running this since January 22nd of 2024. How many stocks are multi-baggers? I got one stock that's pushing 2 bags. I got one stock pushing 2 bags, one stock pushing a bag. I did a variation of this search. It's up 10.4%. Look at this equity curve. Look at this equity curve. One stock very close to a bag. The other one's not there yet. But look at the equity curves of these multi-bagger searches. So it is by way of the VectorVest software that I can find them. And I created that. All right, so we looked at portfolios real quick. Today's big movers, another set of fish. These are strictly technical. This is strictly technical. Big movers today. A couple of these are sell recommendations. The reason why I like these stocks is not only they're moving up today, but the percentage of average volume means that there's a lot of conviction behind these trades. These are technical trades. These are technical trades. All right, so I want you to keep your eyes on those. We'll get to the customer picks. I'm going to empty that out. We're going to get to that in a second. Gold stocks, what are they doing on a day like today? Let's go take a look. Gold stocks, I got a mixture. Nothing's really moving. Harmony Gold is up about 0.5%. Wow, GFI, ASM are getting their butts kicked. Oil and gas, I bet you natural gas is moving. And you know something? I wasn't with Ryan on the whole natural gas play. Oh, man, it just blew up my system. I hate when that happens. I got to close it. I got to open it up again. That sucks. I hate when that happens. Let me open it up. Ryan made a great call on natural gas. I wasn't on board with it. But it is coming to fruition. It is definitely coming to fruition. So one of the biggest movers in the oil and gas is oil is on the rise today. All right, oil is on the rise, but natural gas is moving. The VA Center is calling me now. I can't talk to them. I should take the call but I can't. I should. I got to take the call, but I'm not going to. Sorry. Why does the VA call me like now? Why? Well, they don't know that I'm doing a live stream. Let's go back to the viewers. Oh, it's going to lose that setup. That's all right. Watch list viewer. Trending Thursday. Now let's go to oil and gas. Too late for ship. Stacy, as long as it's in the fast lane, I say it's fine. As long as it stays in the fast lane. You just got to keep your eyes on it. All right. Auto fit the columns. Your natural boil is the big mover today, up 5%. Up 5%. Someone found out you were eating McDonald's, says Jazz. Glenn, any suggestion for natural gas stocks? Boil is one. LNG is another. We've done videos on those as well. We've done lots of videos on those. What's a good copper stock? FCX or COPX? FCX, the global one, from an ETF standpoint, would be COPX, but FCX is a good stock. FCX is a good stock. All right. Weekly theme, what is it for me? Steel stocks, fast industry. Only two that are moving up today, CRS and MTUS. All right. Now let's go to company pill. Boyle has a trigger, not yet trend. You know something? Hold on. Let's go back to oil and gas. You know something? When it comes down to boil and cold, in my estimation, those are definitely day trades. You try to trade. I got a 3-month graph. Ooh, you talk about trigger and trend, but look at the star search. Look at that. See that, Dennis? Look at that. And after the pinch on the Bollinger Bands, I like that play. What did you just add? Zim. Let me go look at Zim real quick. I love this layout, folks, in case you didn't know. Look at Zim. And, you know, I've got a search that finds star search when they first get into the fast lane. You want to see what the results look like on that? How about I have a search in the system that finds stocks when they first go into the fast lane and can do this? You guys want to see the results of that? Yes or no? You guys want to see the results of just looking at stocks when they first become star search stocks? Yes or no? All right. Man, you guys talk about me not being pumped. You guys should be pumped. Everybody in here should be typing a yes. Everybody. All right. So let's go find out. We got a portfolio. Where is it? Trending Thursday star search. All right. Trending Thursday. So this is the results. of the trending. So stocks that just became star search stocks. All right, let's go see. Cake is in there. Cake in the ocean. How about out of the 10 stocks, 9 of them are up. IMEX is the one that's up the most, followed by Cake, followed by Carrier. All right, these are just finding stocks as edit. It's just finding stocks that are star search stocks. I'm using a stop of an ATR, 10-day ATR, 2 times the move as the way to get out. But that's the equity curve for stocks that go back to the Unisearch tool. What is it in Pro Trader? Finding the stocks that just become star search. I can run it as today, and let's go see what stocks are brand new to the star search. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. And this is sorted by VST. Look at that. Folks, you don't get star search anyplace else but here. You don't get star search anyplace else but here. But look at, not only are these stocks just brand new to star search, look at these moves today too. Good, googly muggly. And this is not being sorted by percent price change. It's being sorted by VST. But look at these stocks. So as you are a subscriber to the software, guess what? If you're not a subscriber to the software, go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. Go there and you can take out a 30-day trial to VectorVest and find this search to get you some stocks like this whenever you want. How about AMD? All right, AMD, Ross Stores, Seadrill. I love this. Is that Big Bites? Oh, dang, I must still be hungry. I must still be hungry. Not on the app, Donovan. It's not on the app. Which folder is Star Search in? Pro Trader. It's in the Pro Trader folder. All right. So have you told Dr. Star how you are using her search? No, I have not. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why you ask. I'm using her search the way that she's using her search. So I'm not sure. I say, hey, Barbara, I'm using your search the same way you're using it. Oh, okay. Thanks, Glenn. I've done a lot of presentations with her on the road. Question for Glenn, is there a parameter that displays the acceleration rate for sales growth in the stock? So, Ramor, the only thing I can do is do a delta on sales growth. I can do a delta so I can see over a specific amount of time percentage change in sales growth. That's the closest I can get as far as an acceleration rate. All right, let's get back to customer picks. Let's go get you some picks. All right, you can save the search from your desktop to the mobile app. Yes, you can. And tomorrow I'll show you that if you do have the desktop and you save a search, tomorrow in the mobile stream, I can show you how to go find that search. But if you just have the mobile, the answer to your question is no. If you have the desktop and you want to use a search that you have in your desktop on your mobile, I'll show you how to do that tomorrow. Glenn, if you have real-time membership, do I automatically get Pro Trader? Absolutely, G-Money. Absolutely. All right. Now I'm looking for your stocks. How many likes do we have? We have 78. I will give you 8 stocks. The deal is for every 10 stocks, I give you 1 pick. Every 10 stocks, I give you 10 likes, I give you 1 pick. Coop is 1. DKNG, that's 2. LNTH, that's 3. NET, that's 4. LFST, that's 5. GDRX, that's 6. SN, that's 7 pins, that's 8. All right, here's your 8 stocks. How many likes we got? 8. I'll give you 1 more. What was after pins? Dell. Dell was after pins. DELL. All right, there's your picks for the day, folks. There's your picks for the day. Hello, Glenn. Multibagger search looks great. I prefer looking for bullish price patterns for entry. Would you recommend using RT to find these, setting up for breakout? You know, it's an interesting question because most likely you go to look at the search as I have it set up for multi-bagger stocks, right? Let's go there. Most likely, and this is sorted by growth, you're looking for, would you recommend RT for using those? You know something? I'm going to hook you up. The question asked on the fly, answered on the fly. I'm going to put stocks RT. I'm going to put this 1 day ago. 1 day ago, RT was less than 1. And today, RT is greater than 1. Does that, and magic trades, does that make sense? So RT, everything else is the same, but RT was less than 1 yesterday, but greater than 1 today. Let's go see what it looks like. Everything else the same. So if you want to, I got 3 stocks now. All meet all of the same criteria that I had up there. All right. And RT less than 1 yesterday, greater than 1 today, or I could do RT trending for 2 days. I can do whatever. But that was just on the fly. That was just on the fly to be able to do that. That means you don't have permission. Permission for what? Is there supposed to be something in my portfolios tab? Mine's empty. Yeah, if you got to build portfolios in there, Roger. You gotta build. Stop being a Mark Norton right now. Yeah, makes total sense. Thanks for answering on the fly. You know me. I love you guys to death. I'm gonna try to do whatever I can. All right, let's go back to the viewers. Here's your stocks. Let's go to portfolios. Do that as well. Trending Thursday picks. How are you guys doing? Ooh, not so good. You guys ain't doing so good. Let's go see if we can get this better. Viewers. Let's go bring up the graphs on these real quick. View the stock graph. Let's go see if there's anything you want to add to your portfolio. All right. Put this in a 3-month graph. Remember, you got to give me the ticker symbol and yes or no. Dell, I like the move. I do like the move, but it is a down day. I will never buy on a down day. I'd rather buy when the stock is moving up. Lifestyle says, hey, Glenn, would you say that you've gotten richer by using VectorVest? Absolutely. I helped put my kid through school. So, back in the day. So the answer to your question is absolutely. Dell, no. I'm going to say no on Dell only because of the down day, but I do like that it's in the fast lane. I'd put this in a watch list, though. All right. I'm still trying to get, Sherilyn says that means you don't have permission. Permission for what? Roaring Kitty on Workhorse. Workhorse is 44%. I'm not getting into all Roaring Kitty stuff. I'm just not. I think a lot of times this whole meme stock thing is designed for many of the people who get the news late, get caught up in the quagmire, and get burned over and over and over and over. That's my issue when we get into this meme stock stuff. And we're watching it happen again. AMC, GME pulling back hugely. Okay. No on Dell. All right, let's go to the next one. Cooper. Yes or no? Yes or no on Cooper? It is in the fast lane, trading at session highs. I do like the trend higher. Yes or no on Cooper? Follow-up question. Glenn, how can we get ROI? In a year? When I look at any stock, the ROI is based on the time period of what we're looking at. But if you go to further statistics, you can see what the ROI is for the year. What's the volume? Oh, don't I have a graph? I do have one of these. Star search with volume somewhere. I'll find it. Live stream. No, that's not it. Live stream MPI. I have so many graph layouts. Sigh. I do have one with volume on it. Somewhere. Actually, I'll just add it. I'll just put volume on. The volume's pretty steady with this. Cooper, yes. All right. I think we're gonna go get Cooper. Let's go get us some Cooper. COOP. 83 target gram. Apply. All right, we got Cooper. We got us a little bit of Cooper right there. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, LNTH. Yay or nay? LNTH. Bill didn't want to get Cooper because it's a bank. The volume was decent. LNTH, yay or nay? Cigar, I've got the stocks that I'm going to look at today. I got the stocks that I'm going to look at today. I remember, put the ticker symbol in yes or no. Ticker symbol, yes or no. Move your shoulder. Where's my shoulder? There we go. I got yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's go get LNTH. Add trade. LNTH. Get the price. Target 1K. Apply. We got LNTH. All right, let's go to the next one. Pins. It's just barely in the fast lane. Yes or no? It's just barely in the fast lane. Now, what I do like about this is that it pinched and it broke to the upside. Yes or no? I got 2 no's. You guys don't participate as much as I'd like you to. Makes me sad. Makes me sad. All right, but I got more no's. Okay, good. Let's move to the next one. SN. Shark Ninja. I love the bottom left, top right. I don't like the wicks. It's in the fast lane though. You make the call. You make the call. I don't like the wicks. I don't like the wicks, but I do like the move, and it is in the fast lane. And it is in the fast lane. SN, yes or no? SN, yes or no? It's your call. It is in the fast lane, but I don't like the wicks. That's showing me some selling pressure. No. Volume is dropping as well. Oh, that's true. Workhorse got great news. 2 definitely. If it's going to be a meme stock. And Workhorse is a EV. EVs are having issues. Workhorse does not show up as a right now from sales, from deliveries. Workhorse doesn't show up. NIO shows up as a company in the EV space that I would consider. Boyd shows up. Tesla does not show up. And Workhorse does not show up right now, Papa Powell, and even with the news. I don't know what the news is, blah, 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 blah. And short squeeze, I'm not getting into that. I'm not going to get into the whole short squeeze thing. I think that it pulls people in and they get screwed each and every time. Is this a 3-month graph? The answer to your question is yes, it is. I am not playing the short squeeze stuff. I am not a meme fan. But I will give the opportunities. I think between Ryan and I, we've given you some meme stock opportunities. We've definitely given you some meme stock opportunities. Roaring Kitty owns Workhorse, so it could squeeze. Again, there's nothing good as far as EV in Workhorse. In Workhorse, I got other stocks in that space that I pay attention to. So SN no. GDRX in the fast lane. Yes or no? I don't like it. I do like the volume. I do like the DPOs. Yes or no on good RX? All right. Yes or no on good RX? I'm not a big fan of the wick. A little bit of a spinning top there, but yes or no on good RX? Good RX want more follow through. Linda, I'm with you on that. But the volume is there. The volume is there. I'm thinking there's some news driving it. Meme means me. Listen, Tabula. I'm not ever telling any of you to ever not get into meme stocks. All I'm letting you know is the reality behind them. You could possibly make a lot of money, or you could possibly lose a lot of money. I think you and Linda are both right, Ramor. I do think that it needs a little bit more follow through. Go to the next one. DraftKings in the fast lane, down day. And it's only been in the fast lane for 2 days. It did get followed through, but now it's a down day. If you're in it, though, because you followed the star search and you got in, leave it alone. But I'm not thinking about getting it in today. I'm not thinking about getting into DraftKings today. All right? And I'm seeing the nose come in. All right. Let's go to the next one. Wow. LFST. I like the play. I don't like the volume. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I don't like the volume, though. Now the volume looks better. Oh, it went from the slow to the middle to the fast. I'm not buying it today, but I'm going to tell you to keep this on your watch list. I'm going to tell you to keep this on your watch list. I do like the move coming off that level of the low. I'm now looking at it, a little bit more than 2 months. And I love that it's in the fast lane. I wouldn't take it today on a down day. All right, I'd make sure I'm buying on an up day. Meme stock is like playing on a roulette table, red and green. I agree. But even though I feel the way that I feel about meme stocks, there are people out there who have made money. But I think that there's more people. Tell me if you think this question, if this statement is correct. Okay, there are a lot of people who have made a lot of money on meme stocks. But I think there's more people that have lost money on meme stocks. Do you agree with that statement? Yes or no? Do you agree with that statement? Yes or no? There's a lot of people that have made a lot of money on meme stocks. But I think that there's more people who have lost money on meme stocks. Do you agree with that statement? Yes or no? All right. So for those people who have made money, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Because there's a lot of people that, well, I made good money and you don't know what you're talking about. I do, in regards to that more people have lost than have made. All right. Now, I'm not saying that we're all experts in the room. I'm asking your opinion because maybe you are part of that or you've known somebody part of that whole gambit of making money or losing money. So it's not like, as I ask the room, as I ask the chat the question, I'm not saying that we're bona fide experts. But, when you look at the companies and you hear the stories, whether you want to be diamond hands or paper hands, I don't give a flying frappe what kind of hands you have. The reality is we invest in the stock market to make money. And if those stocks consistently lose money because I'm on the wrong end of trying to get in, screw that. Okay, that's what I got to say about that. Marty says stops are probably too tight. You talking about on meme stocks, Marty? You talking about on meme stocks, Marty? And if that's the case, how much money are you willing to lose on a meme stock if the stops are not tight? Are you willing to lose 30, 40, 50% on the stock just for it to try to come back? And if that's your case and that's your deal, by all means, go for it. Asa says, I did great on GME on Monday, and lost most on Tuesday. And Jesse, you say you made 27 grand on GME? Outstanding, bro. Outstanding. And I'm all for it. For the people who were able to do it, go for it. Make it happen. I'm happy for you. All right. So, all right. Let's go to the next stock. Net. It's not in the fast lane. It's not in the fast lane yet. I like the pinch. Where did it break after the pinch? To the downside. Where did it break after the pinch? To the downside. All right. They can drop quite a bit before you even fill your trade. I agree. Put it this way. The most successful traders or investors, 95% of them, are not in any of the meme stocks. Magic trades, amen to that. Amen to that. Remorse says bottom fish. Ooh. Well, you know something? It did get from the slow lane to the middle lane. Problem is with that, it's not moving up. All right, let me explain to you what I mean. See the move? That's a sideways move. Even though it went from the slow lane to the middle lane, that's a sideways move. If it went from the slow lane to the middle lane moving up, then I'd say bottom fish. Does that make sense, Ramor? In that case, I would say bottom fish. But it went from the slow lane to the middle lane moving sideways. No, I'm not calling that a bottom fish. All right? I'm not calling that a bottom fish. And that's the last stop. All right. I'm going to do this on my own. I don't need Joey's little deal to help me. But I lost the graph because I had to close it up. All right. Today was a good day. All right. If you like what you saw today, hit the like button. If you're brand new to the channel and you like the commentary today, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of VV Nation. If you want to take advantage of some of the searches that I showed you today, consider taking a trial of the VectorVest system. www.vectorvest.com/YT. 30-day trial for $9.95. That's it. I'm flattered. Type in my name, same photo, send them. I may have just found my trading investment style. Took a long time. This is Mike. All right. Good session today, Glenn and Joey. Joey didn't have nothing to do with it. I pushed all my own buttons today. I pushed all my own buttons. I made all my own screen transitions. Joey did absolutely nothing today. Absolutely. All right. GD, please manage your sugar. U12. I know. Janet probably going to get a whole bunch of new people saying follow. She's going to be like, who the hell are all of these people? I'd be like, ignore them all. Ignore them all. All right. You threw Joey under the bus. No, I didn't. I did it all by myself today. You know something? I'm getting to the point where I don't need Joey. I can do all my own stuff. Don't. And now he's starting to move his mouth. Stop.
Why are you messing? All right, I'm going to put your picture on, but no volume. All right, for a minute.
Yeah, whatever. Right.
I got to go. I got tea time.
I got to go. All right, folks, absolutely have a great day. Now he's going to have no job. I know. He does. Yeah.
I got plenty of work.
No, you don't. Without me, I'm your day. I'm your day. I'm your day. All right. Adios, folks. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.